A survey out this morning gives us new insight into our kids and electronic devices. The report by Common Sense Media shows 2/3 of teens carry their own smartphones. First on CBS This Morning, Jan Crawford gets an inside look at the research, which finds a surprising truth about the kids' online connections.
My biggest concern with my son is the screen time with the video games.
Like many American families, the LaRues of Bethesda, Maryland are finding it almost impossible to pull the plug on technology. Just ask Mom, Michelle.
Constantly connected to cell phones.
12-year-old daughter Sasha keeps busy texting her friends.
Constantly fighting over use on the computer.
15-year-old son Ethan is a big-time gamer.
Checking Instagram, sending and receiving Snapchats.
For Halloween on Saturday, Sasha and her friends even dressed as social media.
That in many ways shows how pervasive social media is.
Yes, it's frightening. But at the same time, you want your kids to be a part of it.
There's this enormous experiment we're carrying out as a society, largely on our children.
Jim Steyer is founder and CEO of Common Sense Media, a nonprofit which tracks kids and their use of technology. The new survey finds tweens spend almost 6 hours a day on entertainment media, which includes things like listening to music or watching online videos. For teenagers, that number jumps to almost 9 hours.
9 hours a day, is that a good thing?
You know, media and technology are not good or bad. It's all about how you use them.
How they are using it might come as a surprise. 66% of teens say they use technology to listen to music every day. 58% say they watch TV. But less than half say they use social media on a daily basis. And only about 1 in 3 say they like social media a lot.
You would think that there'd be a much higher percentage given how much time they feel that they're on it. But the truth is they feel they have to be there because their friends are.
Social media is just a way of communicating.
Social media,
the telephone was for me and you.
Social media is almost a utility for these kids now, but they still spend a lot of time on it. This much time on media and technology, as a parent, this is a very, very big deal for all of us to know.
Another big deal, multitasking. 60% of teens say they text while doing homework, and nearly 2/3 of those teens say it doesn't affect the quality of their work.
Multitasking actually doesn't exist.
Dr. Michael Rich is with the Center on Media and Child Health.
That behavior actually ends up with greater number of mistakes and less retention of what is done.
Most of the time they're on social media.
That's all too familiar for the LaRues.
Ethan is a big gamer. There are many times when he'll say he's at his computer doing homework. Then when I go and peek in on him, he's actually playing a game. He now has to stay after school and get his homework done.
But with kids on technology for both homework and fun, moderating their usage can be tricky.
And they are using their computers and phones and stuff for emailing teachers and doing research. You can't tell your kid you can only have 2 hours of screen time.
For CBS This Morning, Jan Crawford, Bethesda, Maryland.
Well, I tell you, this is a wake-up call for all parents. How did you limit your kids' TV time?
Well, they couldn't have TVs in their rooms. But I can't imagine what it's like for kids today. Nora, I look at your kids with all those distractions. Do you guys have house rules?
We do, yeah. They're not allowed to use any iPad or iPhone during the week, Monday through Friday. Yeah, none of that stuff. But, you know, but they're young. But what do you do when they're, you know, when kids are 10 and 12? You give them an iPhone because you want them to check it for safety, to check in with you. Yeah.
Then they go over to somebody else's house and they get all the stuff over there.
Yeah.
They don't live here.